Hey everybody, welcome to the show that has a curfew of 11:32 p.m. That's right, it's 5 minutes you won't get back. A little show, we waste 5 minutes of your time, but just remember the 5 minutes does not start until you say it does. I'm Brian.
I'm Heather, and did you know that rubber bands last longer when they're refrigerated?
Actually, I didn't know that.
Okay.
Bam!
Now we all do.
So, put your bags of rubber bands in the fridge next to your mustard. And let the party ensue. Actually, you know what I do real quick? I put them in there, and then I'd sneak one out, and somebody's making dinner. It has to be you right now, because you're the only one in my life.
Making dinner,
I know. I would take the rubber band out and just shoot it at you.
Oh.
That would be annoying.
Yeah, it would
But for the record, I'm a horrible rubber band shooter. Ask all my friends from high school. Actually, they probably don't remember. I was horrible.
You could get rubber band in your dinner then.
I could. This pasta tastes funny. Well, there's a reason for that. Anyway, so there. Cool.
Yeah, there you
Didn't
go.
know that.
All right, am I starting?
You can start the 5 minutes.
All right.
All right, here we go. Today, what I'd like to complain about, well, here we are. We're at a cemetery. It's kind of blown out back there, but we're sitting in a cemetery. And today I'd like to talk about something. I'd like to talk about containers.
Containers.
Not those type of containers. Totally different thing. And here's a car going by saying, what are they doing? They're filming in a cemetery. Anyway, totally different container that I want to talk about. I just want to talk about regular, not body containers. I want to talk about regular containers you put stuff in.
Wait, so we recently went to a new store too.
Well, it's not new. It's new to
Well, it's new to me.
you.
I had never heard of it nor been to one before. What was it called?
It's called the Container Store.
No.
Yes.
That's right. You're right. That's exactly what it was called.
And yeah, and just so you know, this is a Brian Truth moment. I'm just going to share that I don't like lots of stuff. I don't like having lots of stuff. You can't get away with having stuff in your life, but the more stuff we get, the more stressed out I am. So if you want to make me nervous, if you want to get me really uptight and fidgety, if you want to take my stress level up to 3 million, take me to the Container Store.
That was fun, actually. It was quite amusing.
Every aisle I walked in, I could just feel my heart rate go up. I just everything, from the big containers, which are horrible because you can throw 3,000 things in there and then they weigh a ton. But what's even worse, the little containers.
All those little containers that you can put paper clips in or nails.
And you can put 30 of those in a drawer and have the most useless stuff in a little container. And you have 30 of those in a drawer. And then on top of that same drawer, you can throw stuff on top of that container, which is even more useless. So when you're cleaning out a drawer, you're like, oh good, it's just these reams of paper. And you pull those reams of paper back, and then there's 30 little containers that have God knows what in them, but they have stuff in them. Stuff.
But isn't it better if you have stuff, they have a home?
No, because,
Container?
And everybody out there, do you agree with me? I have never met a person that's had a lot of containers with lots of stuff in them. You could be that person. I have never met a person that's been organized with their stuff. When they first buy those containers, oh yeah, this container is going to be for this. But at some point, that container with that specific thing in it is going to be full. So you got to buy another container, and you start putting that stuff in another container with other stuff that you had designated for that container. And there's cross-contaminating containers.
Cross-containerating.
That's the new word. We're cross-containerating these containers. So yes, and especially in this day and age, we've accumulated so much stuff. Think about this. If you go back 2 centuries ago, maybe a century and a half, whatever, this store would make no sense because literally you have your cattle or whatever you're doing, you have your two sets of clothes and a couple candles, maybe a book. so you don't need these containers. I got people, I wish there was a time machine and we could bring these people into a container store and it would just be, let's get past their confusion with cell phones and cars. You know what I think? Actually, I think they could get that better than they could a container store. Oh, it's a motorized automobile. Oh, cool. Oh, you communicate with this device in your hand? Cool. Container store? What is this? What ungodly, demonic thing is this? It's like, so Oh, when you always hear ambulances in a funeral or a cemetery. Anyway, side note.
So, but it's not really the containers you take issue with. It's the stuff in the
No, I know what containers allow you to buy more stuff that you don't need. Well, we can get this. We might not use it right now, but we have a container for it. And guess what happens? It goes in that container, you never see it again, and then when you die, your child or your grandchild has to go through, I'm just going to say it, has to go through your crap and go, why did they keep this? And it ends up in a garbage can or given away, and it was never used. I'm not speaking from personal experience. Maybe I am. So I've dedicated my life to, as much as I can, when I die, if God willing, we die before our children, hopefully that's how it's supposed to work, that they will not come over and say, I was going to take a vacation day to go through my family stuff. Oh no, I need to take a month off. And they have to stress about it. So yes, when I go to a container store, if you come with me, I can only be in there about 5 minutes. And I'm not joking. We joke around about stuff here. I actually legitimately start stressing. It's horrible, and especially if this person starts bringing up.
I'm like, this
like,
is
no,
cute. We
no.
could use this for something.
It's if you need to buy that, you buy that while I'm not in your presence, and don't even tell me you have it because we still have stuff boxed up from the movie. I don't even know it's there, so don't tell me we have that. Anyway, lighten up on the stuff, people. Seriously.
Get rid of stuff.
And just don't take me to a container store. That's all I got.
Well, I've been there now, so I don't have to go again.
Fun's over.
Now I know what's there.
So anyways, I'm Brian.
I'm Heather.
And just remember, it isn't a great day until we wasted 5 minutes of your time. And we'll see you next week if we get out of the cemetery.
Ooh.
They're coming for you, Barbara. Anyway, you don't see anybody walking. Zombies are overrated anyway. Don't replace.